Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, Anthony, your favorite college student, acting coach, and part-time YouTuber. And today it is part 3, the final part, or is it, of working our Seymour monologue from Little Shop of Horrors. So, if you haven't been keeping up with my YouTube videos recently, I did one on tips and tricks for memorization, then I did one on tips and tricks for character development, and today we're gonna put everything together and I'm going to perform the monologue for you guys. So, as I mentioned in last week's video, this monologue is actually set to music in the show, so we're actually gonna play around with that in a future episode of my acting show. So this isn't going to be the last time we work on this monologue. I'm sure y'all are sick of it by now. I'm not. I love this show. If you have been watching my videos and you keep watching my videos, be sure to comment down below, maybe leave a like, maybe leave a subscribe, I don't know, if you want, if you like me enough. And be sure to tell me what you want to see next, because I love hearing ideas from you guys. Thank you for watching my video. So we're gonna dive right in with an acting lesson from me. Yay. Okay, so when we're breaking down a monologue, we really want to understand where the emotion and what the character in the scene is trying to convey to the people on stage around him and to the audience. So Seymour, in the scene I've been working on, is trying to tell the story of how he found Audrey 2, this new and exciting plan that's gonna draw business to the flower shop that they own. I don't know if there's a name for the flower shop, like a fancy name. Like, you know how like a hat shop is like the millinery business? Isn't that what it's called? Why am I talking so much? Okay, so OMG, I was thinking of a botanist, like botanical gardens. Just received word that the updated pronunciation is botanist, although florist is probably the term I was trying for. Sorry, I just had to share that so I didn't sound absolutely insane. Back to your regularly scheduled video. Okay, so I'm actually gonna break this down into parts. So we start with, I was walking in the wholesale flower district that day, and I passed by this place where this old Chinese man, he sometimes sells me weird and exotic cuttings, 'cause he knows, you see, that strange plants are my hobby. This sets up the whole story of the monologue he's telling. This is a storytelling monologue where it isn't an action monologue. It's not taking place in the scene. It's telling of a scene that has happened prior. So when doing a storytelling monologue, it's much harder to engage the audience. So you really have to work for that engagement, of course. It can't just be a boring story you're telling. It's kind of like when you're telling a story to your friends, you want to keep it interesting, you want to be funny with it, you know? This can be kind of funny. It can be funny, yeah. Okay. I was walking in the wholesale flower district that day, and I passed by this place where this old Chinese man. I was walking in the wholesale flower district that day. So you see how I already tripped up on that particular part. Now I want to make it known in my mind that it's wholesale flower district and not something else that I would replace that word with. So I was walking in the wholesale flower district that day. You see how I grouped those words together and now they're stuck in my mind. I was walking in the wholesale flower district that day, and I passed by this place where this old Chinese man, so it's this 2 times in a row. I was walking in the wholesale flower district that day, and I passed by this place where this old Chinese man, he sometimes sells me weird and exotic cuttings. It was cutting. He sometimes sells me weird and exotic cuttings because he knows, you see, that strange plants are my hobby. So I specifically set up these 4 groups of lines because that strange plants are my hobby is a very important part of this monologue because it sets up that Seymour kind of loves this. He often does this, this isn't just oh, I was casually walking by the plants. No, he likes doing that. This is a longer section of line, so I might find it more difficult setting that up in my mind. He didn't have anything unusual there that day, so I was just about to, walk on by, when suddenly, and without warning, there was this total eclipse of the sun. He didn't have anything unusual there that day, so I was just about to, walk on by, when suddenly, and without warning, there was this total eclipse of the sun. This total eclipse of the sun is important because he's talking about a specific moment, so we want to emphasize that. It got very dark, and there was this strange sound, like something from another world. It's also very important because it sets up that Audrey 2 isn't an ordinary plant. It got very dark, and there was this strange sound, like something from another world. And when the light came back, this weird plant was just sitting there. Just, stuck in with the zinnias. That's cute. I could have sworn it hadn't been there before. But the old Chinese man sold it to me anyway, for $1.95. There's nothing awfully strange about this. It's just a simple, he's telling a story. It's kind of easier for me because I think I've seen this show so many times. But I'm gonna work on this. We're gonna come back and I'm gonna discuss how I'm gonna perform it for the camera for you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna memorize this now. See you in a second. Okay, I'm back. That didn't take too long, did it? So basically, I read through it a couple times. It's pretty short, so I basically just said it, read it, said it, read it. What I did was I kept sending voice memos to my friend of me doing it, because that's been something we'd like to do lately since we haven't been able to see each other in person. She just sent me one. We record ourselves talking to each other and send them back and forth. So I just recorded myself doing the monologue. Something fun to do if you enjoy, like, I don't know, maybe texting your friend and writing out helps you remember the monologue. Maybe text it to them. Just an idea. Live your best life. Do what you need to do. So a little bit with character interpretation of this monologue. So I think there's a nice, like, pure innocence to Seymour, especially when he's talking about plants. So, like, when it ends, I think we can add, like, a little, like, charming, innocent, like, but the old Chinese man sold it to me anyway for $1.95. Like, it can be, like, a cute little, like, inflection of the voice that kind of gives it, like, a little charm, and that can be sort of humorous instead of just, like, but he sold it to me anyway, Like, add some little, like, natural, like, joy to Seymour. Because I do think he's very happy when he's talking about this. He didn't think he was going to get a plant that day, and we can even add, like, a sad little, like, he didn't have anything unusual there that day, so I was just about to, walk on by. When suddenly, like, he's excited, he actually got the plant. So, I'm gonna tie my hair up so that I look like I have normal boy hair, and, I'm just gonna perform it for you guys. Not sure if you can tell if my hair is tied back or I just look bald. I'm not sure. I'm gonna keep my shirt on for this one because I think it's kind of like a basic, like, I work in a flower shop look. I like that those flowers are there. That's a nice touch. Yeah, this is definitely a flower shop. I tied my hair up so I don't look so crazy because my two-colored hair right now might give off the wrong impression of this monologue, so that's why I tied it up. But now I feel like I look more crazy. Who's to say? Who's to say? I forgot to introduce the monologue. Here is the great and amazingly talented Anthony performing Dadu from The Little Shop of Horrors. Thank you. Enjoy. I was walking in the wholesale flower district that day when I passed by this place where this old Chinese man, he sometimes sells me weird and exotic cuttings, 'cause he knows, you see, that strange plants are my hobby. He didn't have anything unusual there that day, and I was just about to, walk on by, when suddenly, and without warning, there was this total eclipse of the sun. It got very dark, and there was this sound like something from another world. And when the light came back, this weird plant was just sitting there, just, stuck in with the zinnias. I could have sworn it hadn't been there before, but the old Chinese man still sold it to me anyway, for $1.95. Okay, so I actually filmed that a couple times. I kept messing up, but that last time I watched it, and I really felt like that was the one, I really felt like I connected to the part. And what helped me as I was doing it was I realized I was playing too much of a character. And with a part like Seymour, I feel like me just being me fits the part really well. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna stop trying. I'm just gonna say this like I was having a conversation with someone. And that's what I did, and I think it came across perfectly. I'm that animated IRL, so in real life. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I think my hair worked pretty well. Let's let her down while I bid you all farewell. Yeah, see, this is, I can't see Seymour having this hair. But, thank you guys for watching my video. I love talking to you guys. This was another fun episode. And yeah, let me know. Next week, we're either going to do a fun activity project that I've been working on for a while that I really want to share with you guys. Or we're going to work on this monologue again. I know you're probably sick of it. But I want to show you how to, perform a monologue with sound in the background when you're performing it, because you gotta have a good ear, you gotta listen to where you are when you're speaking the monologue, and you also want the sound quality to work with what you're filming on, so you have a good audition. So we'll either do one of those two things next week, or if you have a comment, want to leave a comment and tell me what you want to see, do that and we'll do that. I want to hear from you guys. So thank you for coming. Don't forget to check out my performance Instagram account. The @ will be right after this clip and also down below. And I'm going to link my last few videos down there too, so you can catch up if you hadn't seen those yet. Whoa, I choked on air. Anyway, bye you guys. As always, stay active, stay motivated, stay productive, and keep using your talents to the best of your abilities to make not only yourselves happy, but the people around you happy. Bye! See you next week! Talented Anthony Fontana performing Dadu from... Is that what it's really called? Dadu? Doodah? I don't even know the name.